080 An Indescribable Dream in an Indescribable Dream. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Afterwards, except for Zhang Tianyu, everyone else fell to the ground unconscious. Yu Xiaogang and the others looked at the other people who fell to the ground, and then at Zhang Tianyu. Zhang Tianyu, shall I play it too, and fall unconscious for a while? Forget it, no one gave me a prize. What's next? Teacher. Zhang Tianyu asked. Yu Xiaogang asked, do you feel any discomfort now? Zhang Tianyu thought for a while, although I feel a little tired, I can bear it. A bit tired? Okay, you're a monster, you're awesome. Yu Xiaogang nodded. Go back to the dormitory, we have prepared medicinal baths for you in your respective dormitories, go take a dip and have a good rest. Then we will send them back individually, Yu Xiaogang said. Zhang Tianyu thought for a while, I'll do it. As he spoke, he activated the fourth soul skill, and 7 swords flew out of the void, carrying the 7 unconscious people into the air slowly. Seeing this scene, the corners of Yu Xiaogang's and the others' eyes jumped violently, and their facial muscles twitched crazily. Good guy. After such a high-intensity physical training, do you still have the energy to use the fourth soul skill? What the hell? To say you are a monster is to underestimate you. Okay, you kid is really scary. Flender laughed, then I will trouble you to send them back. We have hired some female villagers to help look after the girls' dormitory. You send the girls to just leave it to them at the door of the dormitory. Okay, Dean. Zhang Tianyu jumped. Huang Quan's body flew out of the void, caught Zhang Tianyu firmly, and took the 7 phantom swords behind him, through the air. It would be nice to have a little monster like this every year. Said friend. Other teachers, having one like this is already pretty good, but how about one every year? You are going crazy. One every year, can the Shrek Academy still be here? The king of the Barak Kingdom begged you to change your name to Barak Royal Shrek Academy long ago. A smile appeared on Yu Xiaogang's stiff face, but soon, this smile turned into regret. If I had known this earlier, I would have taken Zhang Tianyu as my apprentice back then. Why would I accept Tang San when I was idle and hungry? This Tianyu is much stronger than Tang San. Twin martial souls, clear sky hammer, nothing more than that. It was very simple to find an excuse. They were all mutated martial souls, so he was accepted as a disciple. According to the situation at the time, he basically agreed with a high probability. What a pity, what a pity. Who would have thought that a wooden sword martial soul with a mere level 2 soul power could achieve such a level? Tianyu, is it too late for me to accept you as my disciple now? At the door of Ning, Rongrong and Xiaowu's dormitory, there were indeed several female villagers at the ant level waiting here. They were chatting with their parents, Li Jiashort, when they suddenly felt a gust of wind blowing towards them, and when they looked up, 8 flying swords whizzed towards them. The ants almost froze the shit out of fright on the spot. What a scary look. The flying swords stopped. Zhang Tianyu and the 2 swords carrying Ning, Rongrong and Xiaowu slowly landed. Ants, the 2 of them will trouble you. Zhang Tianyu said politely. Okay, you're welcome, we should. Seeing the handsome Zhang Tianyu, the ants' eyes lit up and they recovered quickly. It looks so good-looking and powerful, who wouldn't like it? After Zhang Tianyu left. Oh, what a boy. Yeah, I really wanted to introduce my daughter to him, but, well, forget it. That's right, forget it. How can our daughter from an ordinary family be worthy of these master soul masters? It still looks so good-looking. After sending everyone back to the dormitory one by one, Zhang Tianyu finally returned to his own dormitory. In the dormitory, the medicine bathtub was steaming. Zhang Tianyu took off his clothes and stepped in, comfortable. At this time, if a chick can come and rub my shoulders, beat my back and make a horse kill a chicken or something, that would be so cool. It's best to be a chick with a pretty body, a hot body, and little clothes, right? The system asked. Zhang Tianyu was moved. It's not easy to find a system that understands me like you do. TCH. The system said, you fucked up Jill. Zhang Tianyu rolled his eyes, because the body was exhausted, and it was really comfortable to soak, so Zhang Tianyu fell asleep comfortably without any surprise. After an unknown amount of time, the door was pushed open. Zhang Tianyu opened his eyes and was stunned. Zhu Qing, why are you here? That this is the boys' dormitory where I live, and I'm still taking a bath in the nude. Zhu Qing walked in and closed the door. There were 2 blushes on her beautiful and white face. She slightly parted her vermilion lips, and said in a voice like a mosquito, the tub in my dormitory is broken, so I want to take a bath with you. Zhang Tianyu turned pale with shock. This can't be done, absolutely can't be done. Zhu Qing had already raised her little hand, and slowly untied the sexy and tight little leather jacket. Wow, a piece of white content was revealed. Zhang Tianyu yelled, the female bodhisattva can't do it, but his body was very honest, and he immediately looked at it with wide eyes. But the problem is, why can't you see clearly? Good guy, is the water vapor in my tub so strong, even blocked the line of sight? I'm not taking a bath, I'm being boiled, what the hell? Zhu Qing walked over slowly, getting closer, getting closer. Just when she walked in front of Zhang Tianyu, and Zhang Tianyu thought he could finally see clearly, the system suddenly said. Reminder, received the mission, hit Zhu Qing, the mission objective, to punish Zhu Qing, there is no limit to how to cheat. Mission reward, none. Failure penalty, become a eunuch. What the hell? Zhang Tianyu suddenly opened his eyes, that he finally woke up with a fright, panting heavily, looking around. The dormitory was still the same as it was before going to bed. Zhu Qing did not come. Damn it, it's a dream that can't be described in words. Zhang Tianyu rolled his eyes. Huh? The system was puzzled. Master host, what happened? It's nothing, it's just a strange dream. Okay. The system said, reminder, Master host, Ning Rongrong is approaching the dormitory and has reached the door of the dormitory. Ah. Zhang Tianyu was taken aback. Ning Rongrong, what is she running here for? In the next second, the door of the dormitory was pushed open, and Ning Rongrong quickly walked in, and then quickly closed the door like a thief. Looking at Zhang Tianyu who was sitting in the tub, Ning Rongrong's fair face instantly turned red. Rongrong, what are you doing here? Ning Rongrong said, well, the bathtub in my dormitory is broken, so I want to come and take a bath with you. As she said that, Ning Rongrong had already untied her belt. Zhang Tianyu, damn, isn't this still a dream? Hint, received the mission, Kang Ning Rongrong. Mission reward, none. Failure penalty, become a great eunuch. Boil. Zhang Tianyu suddenly opened his eyes and woke up, then he pinched himself hard, it hurt. Finally it is no longer a dream. Master host, what's wrong with you? The system asked strangely. You still ask me what's wrong? Why do you always want me to become a eunuch? Zhang Tianyu asked angrily. System 081 ask my love rival to be a teacher. You are listening at novelfull.audio. My lord host, I want to know what kind of dream you had. I still expect you to do justice to the scumbag, why would I want you to become a eunuch? The system asked back. Zhang Tianyu breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, I'm dreaming and confused. At this moment, the dormitory door was pushed open. Zhang Tianyu was startled. Who? Yu Xiaogang, who had just walked in the door, was also terrified all over. It's like being electrocuted. What are you roaring so loudly for? It scared the shit out of me. Cough, it's me. Zhang Tianyu heaved a sigh of relief. He was no longer a girl. Teacher, what's the matter? Zhang Tianyu softened his tone. I just want to come over to see if you are awake, Yu Xiaogang said. I want to help you get some hot water by the way. Zhang Tianyu remembered, in the original plot, Tang San and the others seemed to have soaked in the bathtub for a long time, but when they woke up, they found that the water in the bathtub was still warm, which meant that the teachers had been helping them add or change hot water. Naturally, the female villagers helped the girls. Thank you teacher. Zhang Tianyu said. How do you feel now? Yu Xiaogang asked as he added hot water into the tub. Well, after soaking for a while and sleeping, I feel much more comfortable. Zhang Tianyu answered truthfully. That's good, Yu Xiaogang showed a stiff smile. These herbs are used to activate blood, relax tendons, and relax muscles. They are most suitable for use after high-intensity training. They can effectively relieve your fatigue. Strengthen your body muscles. The teacher is bothering you. Zhang Tianyu said. Should be. Yu Xiaogang said, just wake up, soak for a while, if you are hungry, go to the cafeteria to eat. The water is left here for you to wash your body. Good teacher. Yu Xiaogang nodded, turned and went out. After going out, Yu Xiaogang left quickly. Zhang Tianyu, you don't know, just now I said I was scared to pee by you, but I was really scared to pee by you. It wasn't that Yu Xiaogang was timid, but that under the circumstances at that time, Zhang Tianyu unconsciously released the coercion from Huang Quan under the stress reaction. Huang Quan is originally a thing from the underworld, full of ghosts, hideous and terrifying. Plus Zhang Tianyu is now level 45, Yu Xiao was level 29 just now. A strong alliance, this terrifying coercion from the underworld plus the aura of the soul sect, coupled with the sudden with a slurred voice, Yu Xiaogang was caught off guard and pissed in fear. Fortunately, I was smart enough, and in a hurry, I pretended to shake the water ladle in my hand and sprinkle water on my clothes, otherwise Zhang Tianyu would see that I peed in fright. I really admired myself to death. Why Yu Xiaogang said heartily, now I have to hurry back and change my pants. In the cafeteria, Zhang Tianyu was naturally the first to come, followed by Dai Mubai, Tang San, Xiao Wu, Zhu Zhuqing. People arrived one by one, and began to devour the food in front of them. Ma Hongjun, Oscar, and Ning Rongrong did not come, which was within Zhang Tianyu's expectation. After eating, Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing took the initiative to take over the finished brushing work, and in exchange, the boys would help them empty the water in the bathtub. Since this day, everyone has started a long period of physical strengthening training and combat training, but Yu Xiaogang has also fulfilled his promise of targeted training, that is to randomly give them individual battles or team battles during the battle, and then stipulate which soul skills can only be used, which soul skills cannot be used, and so on. Physical training is treated equally, and everyone has to participate, such as long-distance running with weights or mountaineering with weights. In short, these people are tossing and crawling until they can't get up, and then they go back to the dormitory to take a bath and sleep. This reminded Zhang Tianyu of the plot in a novel he liked very much before. The protagonist traveled to another world and became a lord, and then trained his gang of fighters from various races. Clean up all the physical exertion, and then go back to the cave to eat meat, drink, sing, bathe and sleep. With this high-intensity training mode, domestic pigs can be trained to be canopy marshals, combat training in the morning and physical training in the afternoon. Everyone's abilities are improving by leaps and bounds. The only one who is more difficult is Zhang Tianyu. His strength is really too strong. Whether it is an individual battle or a team battle, even if he is restricted to use only a certain soul ability, or even no soul ability, he can win steadily. So most of the time, he just stands on the sidelines and observes, or acts as the group boss. 3 months passed quietly in the sweat of everyone. After 3 months of devil training, everyone's strength has improved terribly, and now they can show a surging momentum just by going there, and the system is also very humane. During these 3 months, no more tasks were issued. Tricking people, you can cheat at any time, but now Yu Xiaogang is doing business. Physical training and actual combat training are also of great benefit to the improvement of the host's strength, so let him go for the time being. The system said, Yu Xiaogang, Tang San. You two little redheads, why don't you hurry up and say thank you, Miss System? After training, there is a 7-day holiday. Early in the morning, when Zhang Tianyu went out to have breakfast, he saw Shrek Sanmei standing outside the door. All of them looked at him with slightly fanatical eyes. The 3 of you haven't even eaten breakfast, have you? Zhang Tianyu asked. Are women so obsessed with things like shopping? Although the college's breakfast is good, it's a little tiresome to eat every day. Why don't you go to Swoto City and eat some vanilla ice? Xiao Wu walked up happily and hugged Zhang Tianyu's arm naturally. Zhang Tianyu, can you give me a day off? No. Sanmei said in unison. Zhang Tianyu shrugged, what else can I say, the three chicks are looking forward to it so eagerly, and if they refuse, they won't be men anymore. Let's go. Zhang Tianyu directly used the fourth soul skill, and the four of them stepped on the flying sword and flew into the air, heading straight for Suatua City. Looking at the four streaks of light piercing the sky, Ma Hongjun looked envious. It's a pity, if I have the flying sword skills of the third master, I can go out with them too. Dai Mubai's face ached. Don't you talk nonsense, I still want to have this ability. Zhu Zhuqing is ignoring me now, completely ignoring me, what should I do? At this time, Ma Hongjun asked, Boss Dai, I'm free, I want to go out to have a good time, will you go? Dai Mubai's heart immediately tickled, of course he wants to go. Twins, all kinds of beauties. But no, Zhu Zhuqing's relationship with him has dropped to freezing point now, and he can't mess around anymore at this time. I'm not going, I'm going to go by myself. Alright. Ma Hongjun ran away. Looking at Ma Hongjun's back, Dai Mubai's eyes suddenly lit up. Zhang Tianyu has always been very popular with girls, whether it is inside or outside the academy. Why not wait for him to come back and ask him for advice? How can I get Zhu Zhuqing back to my side? Yes, just do it. 082 A good brother must be tidy. You are listening at novelfull.audio. However, one day passed. At dusk, the first person Dai Mubai waited for was not Zhang Tianyu, but Ma Hongjun. On the way to the cafeteria, Dai Mubai heard hurried footsteps coming from behind. Boss Dai. Oscar came later. Dai Mubai immediately turned around, and then saw Oscar and Tang San walking over quickly supporting Ma Hongjun. At this moment, Ma Hongjun's nose was blue and his face was swollen, like a pig's head. He was very weak, and there was still traces of blood dripping from the corner of his mouth. Dai Mubai was stunned for a moment, and an evil light suddenly appeared in his eyes. What's going on here? Fatty was beaten up. Oscar said, it was already very dangerous when he came back with strength. He was able to stabilize after eating 2 of my sausages, and Tang San and I were about to take him to Teacher Xiao's side. Teacher Xiao's Jelly Bean Martial Soul also has healing ability, which is stronger than the current Oscar's healing ability. At this moment, several whistles came from above their heads, and they looked up. It was Zhang Tianyu and the 3 chicks who came back with flying swords. Dai Mubai and the others immediately lifted their spirits. Tianyu. Feijin braked in the air. Zhang Tianyu and Sanmei landed slowly. Seeing Ma Hongjun being supported by Tang San and Oscar, the 4 of them were stunned. What's the matter? Zhang Tianyu asked immediately. The fat man was beaten up. Oscar said, but before he could say who it was or what happened, he passed out. I forced 2 sausages into him to stabilize his condition. Down. Oscar's sausage can basically melt in the mouth, so stuffing it into the mouth in a coma can also have a good therapeutic effect. Zhang Tianyu nodded. Go, send it to Teacher Xiao. After Teacher Xiao's treatment, Ma Hongjun's injuries finally recovered a bit, and his eyes were able to open. Seeing everyone, the fat man was taken aback for a moment, then his nose soured, his mouth pouted, and tears were streaming down his face on the spot. Boss Dai. Third Master. You can make decisions for me. Say, fat man, what happened? Dai Mubai asked sharply, who beat you like this? Ma Hongjun told the story again. The specifics are similar to the original plot, that is, when he was looking for a chick to be happy, he encountered unhappy. Then there is the classic link in which the 2 lovers who love to hear and see fight for a prostitute. After all, Douluo is a soul sect, so he directly beat up Ma Hongjun who was not yet at level, dash. But the difference from the original plot is that because the old goose died in the hands of Zhang Tianyu before, Douluo has been in a bad mood during this time, so he hit hard when fighting. In the original plot, Ma Hongjun was just beaten into a pig's head. After returning to the academy, Ma Hongjun could at least cry and shout, but now, when Ma Hongjun returned to the academy, he fell into a coma without even uttering a complete sentence. After listening to Ma Hongjun's narration, Zhu Zhuqing turned his beautiful eyes to Zhang Tianyu. Sure enough, not everyone can do such a thing as a leapfrog challenge. They are also known as geniuses, and they also span 2 classes. Zhang Tianyu can leapfrog and kill the Soul King at level 30, but Ma Hongjun couldn't defeat Soul Sect when he was over level 20. You beat Ma Hongjun like this, I'm going to find the dean and teacher Zhao. Xiao Xian said angrily. Teacher Xiao, wait a moment, Dai Mubai said, you don't need to bother the principal and teacher Zhao about this matter, we just go and solve it. Xiao Xian frowned. Then he immediately opened his brows, and said with a smile, by the way, I forgot, you are all little monsters, that's fine, then you can solve it yourself, remember, if there is any trouble, you must tell the dean as soon as possible and teacher. Good teacher. After speaking, everyone turned and left. Damn it, how dare you beat the old horse like this? Damn it, I'm going to kill him tonight. Zhang Tianyu said, summoning Huang Quan, and leaping up. Third Lord. Ma Hongjun was moved to tears. Let's go together. Dai Mubai said, we are a whole, we should beat people together. Although the three girls didn't have a good impression of Ma Hongjun on weekdays, that could only be regarded as an internal conflict, and the internal conflict should be resolved internally, so they couldn't be bullied by outsiders. Seeing that everyone agreed, Zhang Tianyu ate a sausage and used the fourth soul skill again. 8 streaks of light pierced the night sky and headed straight for Soto City. Flender and the others watched the 8 rays of light break through the air, with expressions of watching the excitement appear on their faces. Young and vigorous. These boys. It's fun to watch again, Zhao Wuji said with a smile. Do you think they will kill people? Flender sneered, if you figure it out, you can figure it out. We must educate wolves, not sheep. That's right, Yu Xiaogang nodded, the world of soul masters is a world where the weak prey on the strong. Anyway, what they are going to face next is not the gambling and fighting in the spirit arena. I'm a little worried, so I'll go and have a look. Flender said. Okay. Zhao Wuji and Yu Xiaogang said in unison. Flender has a flying martial spirit, which is fast and has a low voice. It is most suitable for him to follow quietly. Soto City. Ma Hongjun led the crowd to the outside of the Gulen Gate, looking at the scantily clad prostitute standing outside the door under the red lanterns. Zhang Tianyu had no expression on his face and mixed feelings in his heart. Ma Hongjun, back then, even though I dated my ex-girlfriend's aunt and grandma, those two were just older generations, and their age actually had nothing to do with the identities of aunt and grandma. But now, what you do, those are real aunts and grandmas. You are so hungry. Anyway, you can find a ripe peach in your 30s, you are at least 40 or 50. A MILF who still has a charm, right? Okay, there is a flavor called Ma Hongjun flavor, I admire it. Dai Mubai was also crazily complaining, this is the place you often come to. Are you too hungry? Ma Hongjun said, the price-performance ratio is high. It's cheap and plentiful. The three sisters couldn't listen anymore. Stop talking nonsense, okay, we are here to beat people up, they are really against this kind of place. Alright, I'll go in and see if that guy has left. Ma Hongjun hurriedly got up and walked in. Soon he came back. Great, that guy hasn't left yet, he's checking out, probably soon. Hey. That's him, come out. Seeing this person, Ning Rongrong and Xiao Wu frowned immediately, and asked Zhang Tianyu, is this guy the wretched man we met that time? That's right, it's him. Zhang Tianyu said, isn't that just unhappy? Ah. Have you seen it? Dai Mubai and the others were taken aback. Xiao Wu briefly said that after eating in a restaurant in Soto City, she met this guy with 2 other cronies when she came out. Light pig. When everyone heard, become a light pig, they couldn't help laughing. Dai Mubai said, that's really a narrow road for enemies. Ma Hongjun said, third master, give him a hard time this time. Then he must be given the whole hard work. Zhang Tianyu's eyes flashed ferocious blood. A good brother just wants to be neat and tidy, not happy. Don't worry, I will send you to reunite with your brother old goose right away. 083 Ning Rongrong's Tenderness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What's next? Ma Hongjun became excited, and he could take revenge soon. Of course I went out to lure him away. The corner of Zhang Tianyu's mouth curled up. There are so many people in this place, it's hard to start. I will lure him to a place that is inaccessible, and then. Okay, let's do it. Everyone whispered. Zhang Tianyu swaggered out of the corner, like a diner looking for fun, and walked towards Golan. The stumbled women standing on both sides of the street immediately spotted this new guest, and their eyes lit up. Hey! What a handsome boy! This looks so handsome. It doesn't matter if you don't pay. So they immediately became excited. Brother, come and play. Normally, they would stand on both sides of the street to greet customers, but this time they simply didn't care, and rushed to Zhang Tianyu's side and started making poses. Brother, come play with us. We have a new beautiful girl here. You want to be young or mature, you have both. Brother, what do you think of me? Play with me. Make friends, no money. Zhang Tianyu, other people, oh shit, this is so popular. Ma Hongjun was completely stupid. Facing me, a regular customer, they are not so enthusiastic. Why are they so enthusiastic about Zhang Tianyu? And what else, make a friend without charging money? Fuck, you guys came out to sell it, what are you trying to do if you don't charge money? Xiao Wu clenched her fists violently, the veins on the back of her tender white hands were exposed. Ning Rongrong also yelled without the demeanor of a young master, shameless, these jerks. The miasma is disgusting. Zhu Zhuqing's expression was colder than ice. A few boys, these three girls are all jealous. It's normal for Xiao Wu to be jealous. Ning Rongrong, why are you so jealous? Zhu Zhuqing, why are you jealous? Dai Mubai felt a little sad and angry at the moment. Being jealous means you care. Why don't you care about me, Zhu Zhuqing? Zhang Tianyu is also very painful. I know I'm handsome, I know I'm attractive, but don't surround me like this. If Buell can't see my face, she will definitely not recognize me, and if she doesn't recognize me, she won't be lured away by me. Don't mess with my plans. Hence, Zhang Tianyu looked out through the gaps in the crowd, and sure enough, Buell had already walked past him and the group of women who had lost their way. Buell did not recognize Zhang Tianyu, but he was very upset why he didn't have the treatment of being surrounded by women. At the critical moment, Ning Rongrong was still smart. I saw Ning Rongrong stand up and shouted, "Where is my husband?" Everyone in Shrek was taken aback. Ah, this, husband. The women who had stumbled were shocked, and all turned their heads to look at Ning Rongrong, not happy to look at it, immediately frowned. This little girl looks familiar. Husband! Ning Rongrong yelled, and then rushed towards Zhang Tianyu. The women who stumbled were shocked by her aura, and immediately dispersed to make way. When Ning Rongrong saw Zhang Tianyu, her brows immediately stood on end, and her face was full of anger. Okay. You are really here. Dai Mubai and the others looked at Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu's expression was of course a little displeased, but it was just a little displeased. Zhang Tianyu looked confused. Your tactics are good. But the question is, why do you call husband so smoothly? Have you practiced secretly? Ning Rongrong's acting skills are really strong, and that angry little appearance is just as real. She rushed in front of Zhang Tianyu aggressively, stretched out her tender little hand to pinch Zhang Tianyu's ear, and said angrily, "Who made you come to this kind of place? Come home with me." Ah, lightly. Zhang Tianyu grinned his teeth in pain. This is not acting, this is really grinning his teeth in pain. Ning Rongrong's ear pinching has some personal grievances in it, the system said. What personal grievances? I didn't provoke her. Zhang Tianyu was speechless. I'm jealous. The system said. When Ning Rongrong did this, Zhang Tianyu's face was exposed in front of Douluo. In an instant, Douluo felt his anger welling up, straight to the top of his head. He was almost going to do it right here. But also considering that there are many people here, and there are women who have lost their feet and customers on both sides, so they can only hold back their unhappiness for the time being. I will follow you quietly until you get to a secluded place, or follow you directly to your house, then sneak attack and beat you up, and then in front of your face, I will spoil you, this delicate and beautiful young daughter-in-law. I want to return you 10 times and 100 times the humiliation you brought us. Douluo gritted her teeth and thought fiercely, then quietly followed behind Zhang Tianyu and Ning Rongrong. Naturally, everyone in Shrek immediately followed up silently, walking to a secluded alley. Zhang Tianyu and Ning Rongrong stopped, then Ning Rongrong lost his temper and Zhang Tianyu apologized. Here's your chance. Wu Li's eyes opened, and the martial soul and Tianluo double cover appeared out of thin air. However, these two pink semicircular soft and elastic covers just appeared. Before Buell had time to release his martial spirit, a black light shoots silently from the front. Scoff. With the sound of cloth being torn, the two pink covers were all cut, and a huge crack appeared on each cover. Puff. Buell spat out a mouthful of blood on the spot. The weapon spirit is severely injured, and the damage will act on the soul master's body simultaneously. Poor Buell had just summoned his martial soul, and before he could use his soul skills, he was severely injured. How is this possible? Buell collapsed on the ground, blood continued to flow from the corner of his mouth. My double hood is extremely tough, why was it so easy to be? Boom! The appearance of 4 soul rings in front of Buell also stopped his doubts abruptly. Soul sect. This young kid in front of him is actually a soul sect. Huang Quan flew back to Zhang Tianyu without a sound, suspended quietly, and eerie chills spread out from it. Ning Rongrong looked at the 4 soul rings that appeared on Zhang Tianyu's body, and fell into silence. Zhang Tianyu's strength was exposed. Bing Xue is smart and she knows that since Zhang Tianyu has exposed his strength to the enemy, it can only mean, this wretched man is sure to die, only the dead keep secrets. Your friend named Old Goose, Zhang Tianyu said slowly, his voice as cold as an iceberg, it also died in my hands. Buell trembled all over, eyes wide open. Wah, how is it possible? He is the Soul King. What? Ning Rongrong showed shock. As a soul sect, Zhang Tianyu actually leapfrogged to kill a Soul King? Zhang Tianyu didn't answer the unhappy question, but just curled his mouth and said calmly, when you see him, send him my regards. Don't. Black lightning flashed across, and the unhappy voice stopped abruptly. Zhang Tianyu retracted. Huang Quan sighed, I don't want to kill people. I understand. Ning Rongrong interrupted him, holding his hand, you don't need to explain anything to me, you just need to know that no matter what you do, I will support you. The 4 eyes meet, the atmosphere is ambiguous. 084 Tianyu, you don't want to reveal the identity of the murderer, do you? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhang Tianyu really wanted to ask, if I push you to the ground now, would you support me? Don't ask, she will definitely support it. The system said, maybe she will raise her hands to support it. Zhang Tianyu didn't bother to talk to him. Ning Rongrong said, let's get out of here quickly. Leaving the alley, everyone ran into Shrek and the others within a few steps. Dai Mubai immediately asked, where's that guy? That's right. Where's that guy? Ma Hongjun asked. Just as Zhang Tianyu was about to speak, Ning Rongrong hurriedly replied, it's settled. After finishing speaking, she and Zhang Tianyu looked at each other, and there was a sparkle in Shui Lingling's big eyes. It's settled. Was it a beating? Oscar asked. Did you give him a hard lesson so that he wouldn't dare to grab my girl again? Ma Hongjun asked excitedly. Ning Rongrong smiled and said, of course I gave him a hard lesson, don't worry, he will never go to Gulan to grab women from you again, we have already beaten him up and kicked him out of Swoto City, he won't dare to come back again. Really? That's great. Ma Hongjun laughed and said, not happy, you damned wretched man, now you know that I can't afford to mess with you. Ha 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 ha. Since the matter has been resolved, let's go back. Dai Mubai smiled. Unfortunately, I still want to have a good time. Xiao Wu pouted, then walked to Zhang Tianyu's side and hugged his arm. Ning Rongrong tactfully walked aside. Zhang Tianyu said to Xiao Wu, don't worry, there will be a chance to beat someone later, it's getting late, we should go back. After eating a sausage, Zhang Tianyu cast his 4th soul skill, and a group of people soared into the sky and flew straight to the academy. In the middle of the night, everyone had already fallen asleep, and the entire academy was silent. Zhang Tianyu went up to the roof and suddenly saw a person sitting on the roof. He was startled and almost fell down. You don't seem to be very courageous. The cold voice sounded, it was Zhu Zhuqing. Good guy, I was really shocked. Zhang Tianyu calmed down and sat beside Zhu Zhuqing. Why didn't you tell me anything? It made me unprepared. Zhang Tianyu said in his heart. You are all soul sect, do you still need me to remind you? The system asked back. Zhu Zhuqing is a cat, she doesn't move when she walks, how would I know that she will go directly to my roof? Zhang Tianyu rolled his eyes. At this time Zhu Zhuqing said, that unhappy, is he dead? Yeah. Zhang Tianyu nodded, if you don't cut the weeds, you will leave future troubles. Ning Rongrong actually helped you to be sloppy. Isn't this normal? If it was you, wouldn't you help me? Zhang Tianyu shrugged and smiled, but it doesn't matter, it's okay to let everyone know, killing is a compulsory course for soul masters, it's just a matter of time. I think it's normal that you can kill him, but I have a question, I hope you can answer me honestly. Zhu Zhuqing looked into Zhang Tianyu's eyes seriously. You have always hidden your strength. When you killed the Soul King last time, what level were you? Soul Master? Or Soul Sect? Zhang Tianyu thought for a while, and said, at that time, it was Hun Zun. At that time, although Zhang Tianyu's level had reached level 40, he had not yet obtained the fourth soul ring, so he could only be regarded as a soul master. That's right, Zhang Tianyu flipped through those chapters. Oh no, flipped through that memory. It is true that the old goose was killed first, and then Zhu Zhuqing healed the guilt in his heart with a few words, and then the system released the task of pitting Dai Mubai and Tang San, letting them become jet fighters in full view. The fourth soul skill officially became the soul sect. Understood. Zhu Zhuqing seemed to be a little bit disappointed, and slowly lowered his head. Zhang Tianyu looked at it, and his heart beat a few times faster. Zhu Zhuqing from this angle is so pretty. Fair little face, seductive dark red lips, big watery eyes, damn, I really want to pounce on it and take a bite. I haven't eaten meat for 6 years and 4 months. At this moment, Zhang Tianyu's breathing became out of rhythm, and Zhu Zhuqing keenly captured this, then her little face also turned a little red, and her heartbeat started to speed up. Zhang Tianyu is a master, his breathing rhythm has never been chaotic, but now it is chaotic. Why? Because he was right in his heart and had some ideas? It must be so. However, at this moment, Zhang Tianyu got up slowly, just when Zhu Zhuqing thought Zhang Tianyu was going to do something. It's getting late, go back and rest early, we all need rest after 3 months of devil training. Zhu Zhuqing was silent for a full 5 seconds before saying, okay. Then she got up silently, turned around and left. Before leaving, she turned her head to look at Zhang Tianyu. Zhang Tianyu just smiled lightly, have a good dream. You too. Zhang Tianyu turned over and went back to the dormitory. Damn, this little hoof can be regarded as being sent away. If I don't leave, I'm afraid I'll be a beast and do something. Zhang Tianyu heaved a sigh of relief. Then why don't you do it? The system asked. It's not that I'm timid, but that everything should be done step by step. Didn't you just make an appointment on Earth? Nonsense, there was no mission at that time. If you succeed, you can fire comfortably. If you fail, it doesn't matter, Zhang Tianyu said, but now I have the mission of attacking her and Ning Rongrong on my back. If I fail because of impatience, can I bear the punishment of that mission? That the system stopped talking. Well, it was indeed the task punishment that made Zhang Tianyu more cautious. In fact, the two people's popularity is not much different now. As long as Zhang Tianyu takes the initiative, he can basically succeed, but this kind of thing is not easy to say. If Ning Rongrong or Zhu Zhuqing has a twitch and refuses, then the task punishment will be directly on Zhang Tianyu. Master Host, I actually don't want to set mission penalties, but this is my rigid rule, and I can't change it. In fact, I have tried my best to avoid setting penalties, and I won't set them if I can. I know. Zhang Tianyu said, I don't blame you, a little punishment is fine, there is pressure to be motivated. Thank you for your understanding. The system was a little moved. Zhang Tianyu took off his coat and was about to sleep when there was a knock on the door. He was surprised. who would come to find me so late? Opening the door, he froze. The person outside the door turned out to be Ning Rongrong. Eh? Is there something wrong at this late hour? Zhang Tianyu asked. Ning Rongrong's eyebrows were bright. He glanced at him, and smiled, walked into his dormitory swaggeringly, sat on the bed, and said with a smile, I saw you kill someone tonight. Ah, and then? Zhang Tianyu didn't understand what she wanted to do. Hey, Tianyu, you don't want the identity of the murderer to be known by others, do you? You. Zhang Tianyu was amused. Good guy, you don't want to threaten me, do you? Believe it or not, I will execute you on the spot. 085 Yu Xiaogang. The March period is over. You are listening at novelfull.audio. That's right, I'm threatening you. Ning Rongrong stood up, straightened up the candy bear, and moved her small face closer to Zhang Tianyu's. Zhang Tianyu could even feel her orchid breath up close, so gentle. Looking at her like that, no need to ask, it must be that the nature of the little witch who likes to play pranks has been exposed again. Zhang Tianyu smiled evilly, raised his hands to press her tender and fair cheeks, and pouted her mouth. Little girl, dare you threaten me? Believe it or not, I will give you justice. Ning Rongrong was taken aback for a moment. She didn't expect Zhang Tianyu to make such an intimate gesture towards her. She was a little panicked. You, what do you want? Hey, Zhang Tianyu smiled even more evilly. Last time, a chick threatened me like this, and then I gave her. You have seen it with your own eyes. I can use sword energy to shake people's clothes all cut into pieces. Ning Rongrong blushed suddenly. You. What are you? Zhang Tianyu smiled evilly. If you dare to threaten me, that's how you will end up. Ning Rongrong panicked. Zhang Tianyu's sense of oppression from the soul sect and this evil temperament made her heart beat wildly. At this moment, she really had the illusion that she was going to fuck soon. Seeing her frightened look, Zhang Tianyu felt that it was almost done. Just as he was about to let go, Ning Rongrong suddenly closed his eyes and gave up resistance. No matter how you treat me, I will never give in. Zhang Tianyu. Cut, I was just kidding with you. Who told you to play a prank on me? Zhang Tianyu let go of his hand. Tell me, what are you looking for at such a late hour? Seeing Zhang Tianyu let go of his hand, and then went to sit on the bench a few steps away, Ning Rongrong suddenly felt a sense of loss. So it was just a joke, hateful. Why do I feel so angry all of a sudden? Huh? Why didn't you speak? Zhang Tianyu asked strangely. Ning Rongrong cleared up her mood. You are also a sword spirit. You should know who is the strongest sword spirit master on the mainland right now. Sword Douluo. Zhang Tianyu asked. That's right, Sword Douluo, Ning Rongrong said. Now Sword Douluo is in our 7 treasure glazed tile school, and he has a very good relationship with me. So I was thinking, should I introduce you? I'm sure Jian Douluo Grandpa will be very happy when he sees you. And I know you haven't had a teacher until now, so why don't you think about it and worship him as a teacher? After all, he is now the #1 sword soul master in the mainland. Zhang Tianyu smiled and shook his head. So it's because of this, you also want to draw me into the 7 treasure glazed tile school. Ning Rongrong was silent for a moment, nodded and said, that's right, I think so. I'm glad you are so frank. Zhang Tianyu said sincerely. We are classmates and comrades in arms, and you have helped me a lot along the way. Ning Rongrong sat on the bed and looked at Zhang Tianyu seriously. So I already regard you as my best friend. I don't make those twists and turns with my best friends. My father and 2 grandpas taught me to treat my friends sincerely, especially my best friends. Like me, I treat my friends very sincerely. Zhang Tianyu said, so I don't mess with you. The elders of the Wuhuan temple used to win me over, but I really don't want to join any organization. Knowing that joining the sect will definitely bring you many benefits, but in return, you have to obey the orders and arrangements of the sect. Ning Rongrong immediately said, I am the young master of the 7 treasure glazed tile sect. As long as you can join our sect, I will definitely not let you accept those messy orders. Rongrong, do you mean you want me to have soft food? Zhang Tianyu asked with a smile. Ning Rongrong blushed, of course not, I just. I know what you mean, Zhang Tianyu smiled and waved his hands. Enjoying privileges will make people uncomfortable, and it will also bring you trouble, Rongrong. I really don't want to join any sect, at least I don't have this idea at this stage. But I can guarantee that if I need to join the sect in the future, or if I want to join the sect, the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile School must be my first choice. Okay, Ning Rongrong said with a smile, I am also satisfied to get your promise. It's getting late, let's go back and rest earlier. The devil has been training for 3 months, and even pigs can't stand it. Zhang Tianyu laughed, but Ning Rongrong smiled, went directly to Zhang Tianyu's bed, and asked with a smile, aren't you thinking about what to do with me? Hey girl, Zhang Tianyu rolled up his sleeves, you really aren't afraid of making things big, are you? That if you want to make things bigger, then I will make your belly bigger. Don't be afraid, come on. Ning Rongrong smiled. Okay, stop making trouble, go back and rest early, Zhang Tianyu said with a smile. Okay, then I'll go back. If I go back late, Xiao Wu will become suspicious. Ning Rongrong stuck out her little tongue. Walking to the door, Ning Rongrong stopped, then she turned back suddenly, ran to Zhang Tianyu and hugged him, then turned and left quickly. Zhang Tianyu looked at her back and sighed. I've already hugged her, why don't you give me a kiss by the way? Good guy. The system exclaimed, time flies, and the 7-day holiday has passed in a blink of an eye. This point is the same as the experience on Earth. Time flies so fast during the holidays. Then the so-called second phase of teaching begins. Everyone left the academy, went to Suatua City to eat and live at their own expense, and participated in the competition in the big spirit fighting field, but not only with the goal of getting the individual silver fighting spirit badge, but also the silver fighting spirit badge for the team battle. After arranging to stay at the nearest hotel near the fighting spirit field, in the evening, everyone came to the square in front of the fighting spirit field to gather. When the plot reaches this point, it officially enters the Soul Fighting Field chapter. After this chapter, it will be Tiando Royal Academy chapter, and Soul Master Competition chapter. Bibi Dong is not far away. Later, the master gave everyone nicknames and issued masks to prevent their identities from being revealed. For Zhang Tianyu, it is also useful. Although Zhang Tianyu left a deep impression on many people, it has been almost 4 months since that first show. Time can smooth everything out. Maybe some people still remember Zhang Tianyu's unique martial spirit and powerful soul skills, but there are definitely not many, so it is still useful to wear a mask and use a nickname. Everyone's nicknames are exactly the same as in the original plot. And Zhang Tianyu's nickname is One Sword Ren Xia. To be honest, this nickname made Zhang Tianyu look at Yu Xiaogang with a little bit of admiration, but he didn't expect this guy to have a bit of literary talent. Okay, let's sign up for the competition next. I hope you can all reach the silver fighting spirit level as soon as possible. Yu Xiaogang said. Yes. Teacher. Everyone replied sonorously. Zhang Tianyu's face was serious, and he couldn't stop laughing in his heart. Yu Xiaogang, the 3-month period has passed, and I can happily cheat you and Tang San again. 086 This is destiny. You are listening at novelfull.audio. That's right, Tianyu. Yu Xiaogang's voice brought Zhang Tianyu's thoughts back to reality, and also made everyone pause for a while. Can your disguise pass the inspection of the Soul Arena? As soon as this remark came out, everyone immediately lifted their spirits. Of course I can. Zhang Tianyu said. After all, the 2 yellow and 1 purple soul rings were shown to everyone before. Okay, Yu Xiaogang nodded. Since that's the case, there are 2 types of team battles. The first is an 8-player match where you play, and the other is a 7-player match where you don't play. Everyone was puzzled. Why do you want to fight with 7 people? Teacher, Tianyu is so powerful. With him around, wouldn't our winning rate be greatly improved? Dai Mubai asked. That's right, the winning rate has increased. Naturally, your pressure will be much less. Yu Xiaogang said, but at your age, there should be pressure. I mean, do you understand? The crowd nodded. We all know that Zhang Tianyu is good, so when Zhang Tianyu plays, everyone will basically feel that the game is stable. Tianyu is so good, he can directly lead them to lie down and win, but in this case, there will be no desire and pressure to fight with the opponent. After all, you can win if you lie flat, so why fight? After a long time, they will form a kind of dependence on Zhang Tianyu, and then they may also develop the idea of getting something for nothing, which is harmful to cultivation and growth. According to my opinion, Tianyu will never be allowed to participate in team battles with you, but then I thought about it, Yu Xiaogang continued, you are a whole, if you keep him from participating in team battles, then there may be estrangements among you, and participating in team battles can also get points faster. The teacher is right. Everyone flattered immediately. Okay, I'm done talking, let's sign up. Everyone turned and left. Zhang Tianyu and Xiao Wu came to the registration office. After thinking about it, they decided to continue using the name of the group, Zhanling Tian Wu, without changing it. After all, almost 4 months have passed, and the shocking effect brought about by the first battle of Jinghong has long been forgotten. Everyone in the soul fighting arena is full of talents. Every day there will be outstanding newcomers appearing, and the old ones will be shot to death on the beach. After signing up, they came to the competition venue, and the two met today's opponent, the cat and mouse combination. It is worth mentioning that since there are now 8 students in Shrek Academy, a total of 4 duos can be formed, a group of Dai Mubai and Oscar, a group of Zhang Tianyu and Xiao Wu, Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zhuqing are in a group. In the end, it was naturally Tang San and Ma Hongjuan's team, originally. According to Tang San's level and his position, it stands to reason that Ning Rongrong should be the same as the original plot, wanting to form a team with him, but unfortunately, after these few fights, in everyone's opinion, Tang San is not very good at fighting. This person likes to give for free, coupled with the Splatoon incident last time. Tang San's reputation in Shrek was particularly bad. As long as the 3 girls thought of the grand event, that day, they would feel psychologically and physically uncomfortable, so naturally Ning Rongrong didn't mention teaming up with him at all. See, this is fate, the trajectory is already fixed. No matter how you change it, there will always be various reasons to make everything return to its prescribed trajectory. Even if Xiao Wu has teamed up with Zhang Tianyu now and Tang San is alone, Ning Rongrong has also teamed up with Zhu Zhuqing. Instead of Tang San as in the original plot, then it was supposed to be against the cat and mouse combination of 3 or 5, but now they are facing Zhang Tianyu's Zhanling Tianwu combination. Several audience members in the audience frowned at this time. Zhanling Tianwu. I feel that this name is a bit familiar. Oh, there are some weird names participating in the team battle. We often watch the games, so it's normal to feel familiar. No, I remember that this name appeared a long time ago. At that time, the man in the group was very powerful. He used the sword martial soul. He shocked many people when he made a move. But I don't know why, they only played that one time, and I haven't heard from them for a long time. Today is their comeback. Maybe it's because you behaved so well that you were retaliated against. It's not uncommon to kill your parents if you block someone's way of making money. Stop talking nonsense, let's watch the game first and see if this man is really that good. On the stage, the cat and mouse combination is also a man and a woman. The woman is tall and thin, and the man is short and fat like a ball. Looking at the masks worn by Zhang Tianyu and Xiao Wu, the skinny cat girl snorted disdainfully, "Hide your head and show your tail," pretending to be mysterious. As soon as the words fell, a gust of wind suddenly rushed towards him. Catwoman was taken aback, but Mouse Man was shocked, because he only felt a cold wind blowing, and a long sword exuding a gloomy cold air appeared around his neck. Either admit defeat, or he will bleed you all over, you choose. Zhang Tianyu said. You. Catwoman narrowed her eyes, you want to scare us with a broken sword? We are level 37 soul masters, it's just a sword, we can easily resolve it. The rat man stepped back quickly, out of Huang Quan, the second soul ring on his body just lit up. Laugh. Amid the rat man's cry of pain and the catwoman's shocking eyes, a small wound appeared on the rat man's neck, and blood flowed out slowly. How is this possible? The rat man panicked completely. I have already avoided it. No. You didn't. It's still around your neck. Catwoman pointed to Huang Quan next to Mouse Man's neck in horror. This sword is like a tarsal maggot, can't you shake it off? Last chance, admit defeat, Zhang Tianyu said, you can't kill people in a gambling fight, but it's okay to seriously injure him. He's gone, and you alone are no match for us. Catwoman gritted her teeth, and after a few seconds, she lowered her hands weakly. We admit defeat. The rat man clenched his fists. I'm sorry. No, you don't need to apologize, the opponent is too strong. Catwoman whispered, this sword is as terrifying as a ghost. Ah. The two contestants of the cat and mouse team have surrendered. Congratulations to the Zhanling Tianwu team for winning. The audience was a little bit unresponsive. That's it, this is the end. Damn it, isn't this a match-fixing match? Probably not, it should be that Zhanling Tianwu is too strong. That sword, which appears like a ghost, suddenly appeared next to the opponent's neck, and the opponent couldn't dodge it, so he was forced to admit defeat. It's very powerful. Damn it, don't care if you're strong or not, it's not fun. Fuck, this man is too fast. Zhang Tianyu and Xiao Wu turned around and stepped off the stage. I just win and get points, it doesn't matter if you like to watch it or not. Could it be that if you like to watch it, I can get double points? This place is for gaining experience, earning points and going through plots. Reminder, receive the task, I'm going to pretend to be B. 087 I'm going to start pretending to be B. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Mission objective, in the next single-player battle, you must win the glory, win the beauty, and let the audience cheer for you. Mission reward, the activation rate of the second martial spirit plus 10%, the favorability of everyone in Shrek promote. Punishment for failure, Shrek's favorability towards you has decreased. Zhang Tianyu. I have to be high profile, right? And the audience has to cheer for me. Yes, you can't be too low-key, otherwise your low-key will become the capital for others to pretend to be B. The system plausibly said, my host, no matter where it is, must be the most beautiful boy in the audience. Zhang Tianyu, okay, WWE, exhibition match, it's not easy. After the team battle was over, there was a solo battle between the two of them. Because the two matches were held at the same time and they were in different arenas, the two temporarily separated and went to their respective arenas. What's the use of this favorability? Zhang Tianyu asked in his heart on the way to the ring. To put it simply, if the favorability is high, Dai Mubai will not react when you go out with Zhu Zhuqing and the others. If the favorability is low, Dai Mubai will want to kill you if Zhu Zhuqing talks to you. Understood, to put it bluntly, it's about the same level as trust. Zhang Tianyu suddenly thought of a question, and asked in his heart. If the favorability is very high, then even if I NTR Dai Mubai face to face, will he not react? The system replied, it depends on the level. If you just chat with Zhu Zhuqing, Dai Mubai won't have any reaction, but if you hug him in front of him, then the favorability will drop. Dai Mubai is very happy. Probability will directly fight you to the death. That's okay, Zhang Tianyu said, it's still the real world after all. Next, please invite both teams to come on stage. First of all, the 39th level Beast Martial Soul War Soul Lord, Wang Qianhe. Next is the 38th level weapon Wuhuan Zunzan, one Swordrenxia. Upon hearing the name, the audience couldn't sit still. One Swordrenxia. What the hell name? The strange name chosen by the Soul Master to hide his identity is normal. That's a crazy name. I hope you can fight well, don't just be domineering in name, you will have loose bowels as soon as you hit it. On the ring, looking at the player information on the big screen, Wang Qianhe smiled, one Swordrenxia, good name. Can we start? Zhang Tianyu didn't want to talk nonsense, Wang Qianhe smiled evilly and raised his hand. 3 soul rings, yellow, yellow and purple, rose from under his feet, and a ray of light flashed by. His entire body was covered with a carapace that reflected cold light. This is Wang Qianhe's beast spirit, iron-armored Sand King. This is a kind of scorpion. The carapace is very hard and thick, almost invulnerable, and the tail hook also has poison. People with this kind of martial spirit not only have superior defense, but also have poisonous attacks, which is very powerful. Relying on the strength of her martial spirit and her level 39 spirit power, Wang Qianhe has already won 4 games in a row, each of which was easily won. Young man, listen to my advice and admit defeat. I fought a sword soul master in the first match, and that guy was on the same level as me. In the end, he couldn't even break through my defense. At this moment, Wang Qianhe has completed the possession. His whole body, including the neck, armpits and even the crotch, are all covered by a thick carapace reflecting metallic luster. Only a pair of eyes are not covered by the carapace, but they are also covered with a layer of carapace. Transparent elytra, and this set of carapace fits him very well, just like a warrior in armor, very cool, very powerful and handsome. He said that the other party couldn't even break through his defense, so it didn't seem like he was lying. No wonder there are a lot of fans. Zhang Tianyu said in his heart, it looks mighty and powerful, and the audience likes to watch it. But, who am I, Zhang Tianyu? Who am I, Huang Quan? What is my identity in Huang Quan? I am afraid of you. At this time, in the auditorium, Wang Qianhe's fans started booing. That's right, go down. A level 39 sword soul master can't break through his defense. Let alone you. Look at the armor on Wang Qianhe, can you break through it with your level 38 strength? Hurry up and admit defeat, don't bring yourself to humiliate yourself later. Zhang Tianyu said slowly, your fans are really just like you, ignorant and ignorant. Silence. A flash of anger flashed in Wang Qianhe's eyes. What did you say? I said you are just a rabble of big idiots and a group of little idiots. Fans of Wang Qianhe in the audience were furious. Go. Wang Qianhe, kill him. Let him know how great you are. Blow his dog's head off. Wang Qianhe, come on. Wang Qianhe, come on. That the other passers-by and the audience frowned. The competition hasn't started yet. Are you calling the diva? Unable to understand the mindless and arrogant attitude of this group of people, passers-by and the audience began to support Zhang Tianyu. Wang Qianhe's first soul ring lit up, and with a sinister grin, he leaped into the air, like a mud cow entering the sea, slipping into the ground of the ring very smoothly. This is his first soul skill, birth escape technique. Escape into the ground, completely hide your figure and aura in front of the enemy, but you can capture the position of the enemy on the ground, and then wait for the opportunity to launch a surprise attack. This move is quite awesome, even in the face of the Soul sect. It is not in vain. After all, if you can't beat it, you can run away. However, in the next second, Wang Qianhe was stunned. Because he couldn't catch Zhang Tianyu's trace on the ground. Expanding the scanning range to the entire arena, no trace of Zhang Tianyu was found, and outside, the cheers and shouts had stopped. Wang Qianhe suddenly thought about it. There are only 2 possibilities for this situation. First, the kid left the ground and flew into the sky. Second, this kid gave up and got off the ring. If it is the second option, then the host will definitely announce that the opponent has surrendered, so there is only the first option. Damn, I didn't expect this kid to fly. But it doesn't matter, my second soul ability is specially used to deal with opponents who can fly. Thinking of this, he showed his poisonous scorpion tail hook and jumped out of the ground. The second soul skill, fuck it. He was completely stunned. Zhang Tianyu stood proudly in midair like a graceful sword fairy, and the midair is full of howling and sharp sword energy at this moment. Dense, from time to time, the piercing sound of sword energy passing through the air can be heard. Too horrible. No wonder there was no sound in the auditorium. At this moment, they all raised their heads in a daze, with a kind of adoring gaze, looking at the sword energy in the sky in shock. I thought you wouldn't come out. Zhang Tianyu smiled lightly and waved his hand. The sword energy roared down like rain. Chi chi chi. In an instant, severe pain came from Wang Qianhe's body. The Sand King's carapace that he was proud of was like paper in front of this fierce sword energy. In just a moment, more than a dozen sword energy made him covered in blood. I admit defeat. Wang Qianhe begged for mercy loudly. 088 Tang Hao's exclusive deception props are super awesome. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Fall to the ground, take your sword, like a violent storm turning into a sunny day, all the howling sword energy disappeared, and the roaring sound in everyone's ears stopped abruptly. At this time, the audience finally dared to take a big breath. The sword aura that filled the sky just now really made people feel a terrifying sense of suffocation. It's so strong. One sword Ren Xia is really strong. The host also calmed down and said loudly, with only one move, one sword Ren Xia defeated Wang Qianhe, who had already won 4 games in a row. Let us congratulate the one sword Ren Xia players together. Whoa. The audience applauded thunderously, whistled together, and cheered loudly. One sword Ren Xia. One sword Ren Xia. Many spectators began to shout this code name, although some people did not understand what this code name meant. What is Ren Xia? Suppressing the strong and helping the weak and helping others by means of authority, courage or financial resources is Ren Xia. A chivalrous man is a chivalrous man who eliminates the strong and helps the weak. To be a chivalrous man with one sword, of course, means to use the sword in your hand to act chivalrously and fight for righteousness, weeding out the strong and supporting the weak. That's why when Zhang Tianyu heard this code name, he looked at Yu Xiaogang with a little admiration, because he didn't expect that there are people in this world who understand the meaning of the word Ren Xia. In any world, there are chivalrous people, the system said. The world is different, but the idea of justice is the same. Sure enough, a man's romance is a hero. Zhang Tianyu smiled, waved to the audience around him, and turned around to step down. Congratulations, I'm going to install B, the task is completed. The activation rate of the second martial arts is plus 10%, and the current activation rate is 20%. Reminder, task reward update, strike Ning Rongrong, and strike Zhu Qing, task rewards. On the basis of the original rewards, there will be an additional reward of second martial soul opening rate plus 10%. All individual battles and team battles were over, and the 8 Shrek players all won. Without Zhang Tianyu's interference, Tang San finally won a match with Ma Hongjun. Then Zhang Tianyu realized that something was wrong. If in the future, when he was present, he tricked Tang San and caused Tang San to fail, and when he was not present, he didn't trick Tang San, resulting in Tang San winning, then if things go on like this, as long as Tang San is not a fool, he will realize that Zhang Tianyu is playing tricks, and these years, although Tang Hao was not near Tang San most of the time, he would visit Tang San from time to time, and at the same time check to see if Xiao Wu was still there. So once the matter of Zhang Tianyu cheating Tang San is revealed, what awaits Zhang Tianyu is the lore of the father and son. The original words of the system are, if Zhang Tianyu and Tang Hao have not reached level, or above, or have not activated the second martial spirit, it is not recommended to have a head-on confrontation between Zhang Tianyu and Tang Hao, because they cannot fight, only after reaching level, or above level, and activating the second martial soul, can there be a possibility of defeating Tang Hao. Tang Hao, a doggy birdman, is still very capable. Reminder, received the mission. Haotian Douluo is amazing. Mission objective, cheat Tang Hao once, release Tang Hao's exclusive trick props, physiological saline, and Franklin's kite, causing unlimited consequences, including death. Task reward, soul power level plus 3, reward point plus 50. If Tang Hao dies, his soul power level will be plus 5, reward points plus 100. And he will absorb all the attack power of the Clear Sky Hammer and permanently attach it to Huangquan, indefinitely, no quest penalty, but be careful, only if Tang Hao died in this cheating mission, the death reward will be given. If Tang Hao dies due to other factors, there will be no death reward. Zhang Tianyu was stunned. Good job. This task is quite good. Especially this, death reward, it's so easy to fly. How high is the attack power of Tidal Douluo's martial soul? But just think about it, thinking about this kind of Tidal Douluo, he can't die just by being cheated, otherwise the Tidal Douluo is just like a joke. Then Zhang Tianyu took a look at Tang Hao's exclusive cheating props. Physiological saline, exclusive to Tang Hao, completely eliminate the resistance of the human body, increase the conductivity of the human body to 100%. Tang Hao's exclusive cheating props.it lasts for 2 months after use, and the effect disappears after being shocked once. Or the host actively cancels the effect, and it will not lose effect after taking a bath or changing clothes. Franklin's kite, exclusive to Tang Hao. After using it, an invisible kite with 100% conductivity will be created on the target. The kite will fly to hundreds of meters in the air and lead the lightning in the clouds into the target in thunderstorm weather inside the body, causing the target to be struck by lightning. The target will not be aware of the kite's presence. It lasts for 2 months, and disappears after being struck by lightning once, or the host actively cancels the effect, and it will not lose effect even if you hide in a building. Damn it. Ha ha ha, what an idiot. It is equivalent to saying that once these 2 props are used, Tang Hao will become a human-shaped lightning rod. As long as there is a thunderstorm and thunderstorm, even if Tang Hao is indoors, he will definitely be struck by lightning. After all, a kite can fly hundreds of meters into the air, and it will specially attract lightning to Tang Hao. Good, this is good stuff. Try it for free now. But after clicking, Zhang Tianyu found that next to these 2 props, there were normal saline solution and Franklin's kite, and the price. The normal version is about half cheaper than the exclusive version. After careful comparison, it was found that the ordinary version of normal saline can only reduce the resistance and increase the conductivity by 40%, and it will be invalid after taking a bath. The ordinary version of the kite can only fly to an altitude of 80 meters, and if the target enters the building during a thunderstorm, it will fail. Sure enough, it is expensive for a reason. So Tang Hao, look at how kind we are to you, and even made exclusive props for you. I have been in Douluo for so many years, and you are the first person to get exclusive props. Why don't you kneel down and say thank you, brother Tianyu and Miss System? Withdrawing his thoughts, looking at Tang San, who was sitting in the corner of the lounge, sitting cross-legged with his eyes closed and adjusting his breath, Zhang Tianyu smiled wickedly. The whole family needs to be neat and tidy. You are cheated all day long, which is unfair to your father. He. At this moment, an extremely strong man walked over with a face full of beat. This strong man is naturally Guangxi. Zhang Tianyu locked his eyes on him, just like Flender said, those who don't dare to cause trouble are mediocre, but those who cause trouble also score points, and those who are easy to provoke can be provoked casually. But if you mess with those who are not easy to mess with, then it's not a mediocrity, but a fool. Hey, chick, you look pretty good. What are you doing with your face covered? Let brother see. Guangxi took a look at the hot Zhu Zhuqing at a glance, and said teasingly. Get lost. Zhu Zhuqing said concisely. Is it shameless to give face? Little girl, do you know who I am? How dare you talk to me like that? Guangxi looked angry, stretched out his hand to grab Zhu Zhuqing. Just as Dai Mubai was about to make a move, a chill suddenly appeared in the field, subsequently laugh. What? Black lightning flashed across, and blood burst out. Guangxi's hand grabbing Zhu Zhuqing has been cut off at the wrist. At this moment, Guangxi clutched his wound, dripping with blood, howling in pain. 089, The Saint and the Demon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The movement of the wild rhinoceros attracted the attention of everyone in the lounge. Not far away, the other members of the Berserker team stood up abruptly, all with confused and angry expressions. You! What did you do? A skinny man in the Berserk team shouted angrily. The voice just fell. A black lightning flew across the sky, and landed on the neck of the thin man before everyone had time to react. The man misfired on the spot, sweating profusely. Zhang Tianyu looked Dio. The next time you want to make trouble out of nothing, first see if the other party is something you can afford to provoke, and if you can't afford to provoke it, you will still provoke it. Your Wuhuan is not a stupid pig, right? You. Everyone in the Berserker team was angry, but they didn't dare to say more when they saw the opponent's sword resting on their companion's neck. At this moment, Supervisor Ao of the Soul Arena finally arrived with his men. What's going on? What happened here? Who was injured? Me. Director Ao. I was injured. He cut off my hand. You have to make the decision for me. Quang Shi rushed over, crying with snot and tears. Zhang Tianyu looked at him with mockery and disdain. The Quang Shi at this moment is like the so-called bosses in the school when he was a student on earth. When causing trouble, everyone is very arrogant. When bullying others, everyone is a big brother, full of bullying words like don't ask a teacher if you have the skills, but in fact, once they are bullied by others, they will cry and find the teacher immediately. Wild Rhinoceros is such a garbage thing. He was very good at bullying, but once he couldn't beat the opponent and was killed by others, he immediately cried to Director Ao for justice, but in reality, it happens that this kind of person can eat well. Are you angry? Crying children have milk to eat. What's going on? Director Ao immediately ordered his healing soul masters to take over for Quang Shi, turning around and glaring at Shrek and the others. He came here first to make trouble. Everyone immediately pointed to Quang Shi and said, "This bastard, come here to tease our companions, and even touch your hands." That's right, and then we couldn't get used to it, and taught him a lesson. Director Ao frowned and asked coldly, "The hands are cut off, is this just a lesson?" "Report to Supervisor Ao, it has been connected," said the sole master of the healing department. Everyone was taken aback, looking at Quang Shi's hand. It was indeed connected. Director Ao didn't care about troublesome Shrek people, looked at the healing soul master under him, with a look of surprise on his face. "You still have this ability?" The healing soul master also looked confused. "No, I just put my hand back tentatively, trying to stop the bleeding with a cross-section, but I didn't expect that after a treatment, the hand was put back directly." Just as Director Ao was about to speak, an extremely gloomy and cold aura appeared in the field in an instant, making everyone shiver uncontrollably. Zhang Tianyu's cold voice sounded, "I cut off that hand. Similarly, I allowed him to take it back." Everyone was taken aback, and Chi-Chi turned to look at Zhang Tianyu. Zhang Tianyu was wearing a mask, and his eyes were cold and snowy. "If I want him to pick it up, he can pick it up. If I don't want him to pick it up, he can't pick it up. Go back, do you understand what I mean?" Everyone was a little confused. After thinking about it for a while, Director Ao understood, and immediately frowned. "Are you threatening me?" "I'm just stating the facts." Zhang Tianyu spread his hands. "He came to trouble us. You don't care about the soul arena. I fought back. You ran out to accuse me. You are covering and conniving them. You are with them. Are they your relatives?" "You." Director Ao was taken aback. "Don't talk nonsense. It's not a gang, so why do you ignore him, who is actively finding fault, but me, who is just defending?" "You." Director Ao was at a loss for words. Everyone in Shrek suddenly came alive. "Yes. That's right. Give me an explanation. Why ignore them and blame us as soon as they come up? We didn't cause trouble. We sat here to rest honestly. He came to find fault with us. We can't fight back. Why? Is he the king of heaven? You Soul Arena must give an explanation." There were so many people around watching, their gazes were like swords, piercing one after another. Director Ao saw that Quang Shi's hand had already been taken back, so he could only suppress his anger and said, "Okay, I didn't fully understand what happened this time, so I apologize to you. Quang Shi. Remember it for me, give me thoroughly remember. If this kind of thing happens again, we will throw you out of the Soul Arena without the help of others." "Okay, Director Ao, I'll remember." Quang Shi said quickly. Director Ao continued, "It just so happens that today you are opponents on the soul fighting stage. If you have any grievances, you can go to the soul fighting stage to resolve it yourself." Everyone in Shrek had playful smiles on their faces, while the expressions of Quang Shi and the others froze. Immediately afterwards, Zhang Tianyu sneered and said, "Now you know why I allowed you to connect your hand." Quang Shi only felt a sudden chill down his back. At this moment, Zhang Tianyu is like a devil in his eyes. Because if you break your hand, you won't be able to compete in this match. See you in the ring. Zhang Tianyu said with a smile. "Oh, by the way, don't try to surrender. I bet a lot of money on you. If you surrender and admit defeat, I don't need to say more about the consequences, right?" Huang Shi and the others trembled all over. This is being targeted. This is to never stop. It was Spider-Woman who stood up, lowered her posture, and said respectfully to Zhang Tianyu, "Dear Soul Sword Master, may I ask, do you have any enmity with us? Or, is there someone who wants to pass you? To avenge us? No comment, stay away, see you on the ring." Zhang Tianyu's eyes flashed blood, then he closed his eyes and sat aside, not speaking. What else did Spider-Woman say? Dai Mubai said coldly, "Did you hear me? See you in the arena." After the Berserk team left, Zhang Tianyu said, "I heard that everyone who fights with this team will be beaten to death or disabled by them. Brothers and sisters, let's have a meal today. We will use as much energy as we want in the future." Everyone in Shrek was taken aback for a moment, and then they all showed a slightly excited expression. "Okay." Director Ao frowned and asked, "Then if you do this, won't you be as cruel as the Berserk team?" Zhang Tianyu was amused. The classic NC White Left Madonna speech appeared. "He is so cruel, he is a devil. If you are so cruel to him, don't you become a devil like him?" That he took a closer look at Director Ao's clothes and posture. Well, he looked like a high-class person. "It's useless if you don't come here," Zhang Tianyu sneered. "I only believe in, use his own way to treat his own body,